Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Guman Singh. Topping our newscast, officials of the Bureau of Motor Vehicles came before the Senate Finance Committee Thursday morning to defend their fiscal year 2016 budget. New BMV Director Lawrence Olive led his team in laying out the financial situation of the Bureau. They reported progress in some areas like client wait times and spoke about changes in the near future. News 2's April Knight has details.
The Bureau of Motor Vehicles could get $2 million from the general fund for fiscal year 2016. That's a jump of more than $570,000 from last year's. BMV Director Lawrence Olive got praises from senators for the positive changes they've heard about. Some employees said morale went up since Olive took the post. Olive himself said it's off the charts.
Our morale is probably through the roof.
Olive said they're also looking at an online registration system that would tie all three islands together, but that would put the onus of ensuring compliance mostly on law enforcement.
It's a law enforcement issue. Law enforcement has to go out there and initiatively, they have to do these things out there to make sure that these guys are in compliance.
Lawmakers dug into the legal conflict involving the past Real ID contractor BizVI. The company sued Olive for defamation after he stated on public record that BizVI took the money and closed up shop before fulfilling its contract. Olive insists that until now that contract is still not completed. Providing IDs for undocumented immigrants was also a topic, along with whether BMV has a responsibility to report undocumented applicants to immigration.
I wonder how the Virgin Islands public feels about it, because the way I see it is that yes, the undocumented become documented, and if I was undocumented, I wouldn't want to be documented like that.
Reporting for News 2, I'm April Knight.
The Bureau also expects to receive $1 million from the BMV funds and project $566,000 from the personalized license plate funds. In other news, there has been some progress on the St. Croix Airport's newest facility since the groundbreaking event on May 28th. Executives with Eagle Aviation expect to begin construction in the next week or two on the Caribbean's largest aviation facility. News 2's Erica Parsons has the story.
Less than 2 months after the groundbreaking, executives with Eagle Aviation expect to begin construction within the next couple of weeks.
What we've got finally delivered and in place, we have all of the steel for the structure. We've got the hangar door and all of the operating components for the door.
Eagle officials say the construction contracts are in place. They're just waiting on more equipment. The fixed base operator is partnered with Medical Air Services Association, or MASA. Together, the two plan to offer more air ambulance services. Eagle will also be expanding the services they provide.
We'll be able to provide hangaring services for aircraft, both local aircraft and visiting aircraft. We have a maintenance and repair facility that will be able to offer maintenance and repair to aircraft as well. And then fuel sales. Along with that, we have an educational component where we have 2 different academies. We have one for flight training and one for medical education.
This entire space you see behind me here is just for Eagle's hangar. Once that structure is complete, then they'll break ground on the space over here to my right, which will be for the offices. When finished, the hangar will occupy 25,000 square feet of space and the offices 10,000 square feet of space.
This facility will be the largest and the most modern in all of the Caribbean.
Even before the new facility is finished, Eagle will start to roll out services including fuel sales. And that means Eagle will literally fuel the economy, both with lower fuel and the air traffic they will bring. Erica Parsons, News 2.
The Eagle Aviation facility is expected to be completed 12 months after the May groundbreaking. Governor Kenneth Mapp has decided to return to the territory earlier than planned. The Government House release stated nothing more than for personal reasons. Governor Mapp left the territory on July 14th to attend a meeting with the U.S. Department of Energy Secretary Dr. Ernest Moniz in Washington, D.C. Following the meeting, the governor traveled to and toward the NREL Laboratory, or the National Renewable Energy Laboratory in Golden, Colorado, at the invitation of the Secretary of Energy. The governor then traveled to Atlanta for meetings and several media promotional events with Tourism Commissioner designee Beverly Nicholson Doty. Media interviews took place with CNN, CBS, and various other media outlets, as we reported Wednesday night. The governor returned to the territory also on Wednesday evening. Lieutenant Governor Oswald Potter urges Scotiabank balloon mortgage customers to contact the bank immediately to begin the loan modification process. Potter, chairman of the Virgin Islands Banking Board, said, "We know that there are balloon mortgage customers out there who have received notices from the bank advising them that their balloon mortgage has matured, but these individuals have not contacted the bank to begin the loan modification process before the deadline of September 30th. Call Scotiabank. You're urged to call at 774-2646 for further assistance. And you can also contact the Division of Banking and Insurance at the Office of the Lieutenant Governor." Chief District Court Judge Wilma Lewis sentenced Michael Anderson Boyce, 29, to 5 years of probation and 8 months of home confinement for possession of prison contraband. Now, on March 20th, 2015, Boyce pleaded guilty to 1 count of possession of prison contraband. As part of the plea, Boyce admitted that on April 4th, 2013, while he was an inmate at the Golden Grove Adult Correctional Facility on St. Croix, he possessed a knife that was hidden inside his mattress. Meanwhile, police say on Wednesday, July 22nd at 10:50 a.m. during a routine traffic stop, 18-year-old Duval Briscoe of Queen Street was arrested and charged with possession of an unauthorized firearm. The traffic stop was conducted in the vicinity of the Church of God Academy located in Peters Rest. Bail for Duval Briscoe was set at $25,000, and unable to post bail, he was remanded to the Bureau of Corrections pending his advice of rights hearing. The crew of the Coast Guard cutter Dauntless offloaded and transferred custody of a $7.5 million cocaine shipment to federal law enforcement. Special agents Wednesday at Coast Guard Sector San Juan say the Dauntless seized the 275-pound cocaine shipment and detained 6 suspected drug traffickers, 4 Venezuelan and 2 Colombian nationals following the interdiction of a go-fast vessel July 17th in the Caribbean Sea. They initially detected the suspicious vessel in international waters 80 nautical miles north of Aruba. During the pursuit, the crews observed people aboard the suspicious go-fast vessel jettisoning packages overboard. After interdicting the vessel, the crew recovered 5 of the suspicious packages that later tested positive for cocaine. On July 21st, $500,000 in grant assistance under the Office of Insular Affairs Technical Assistance Program was announced for the USVI's Centennial Commission as it pertains to the organization of events to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the transfer of the Virgin Islands from Denmark to the United States. That commemoration will be a territory-wide event, multi-year observation with events and activities beginning in 2015 through December 2017 and will be marketed to local, national, and international visitors. Delegate Plaskett said it's something that her office has worked closely with Secretary Kiana on since she first took office in Washington, and proud of the efforts made together with Pamela Richards Samuel and the local commission. A St. Croix teenager with a rare form of cancer is doing much better thanks to the helping hands of the VI community. Joseph Harris returned to St. Croix Wednesday for a few days after his first round of chemo, and he was able to get the help he needed after the director of the Cancer Support VI program engaged the community. NEWS2's Erica Parsons has more.
18-year-old Joseph Harris has a new lease on life.
Both sides of his nose had been blocked for over a year, and now he can actually breathe.
The teen was diagnosed with a rare form of adenoid cancer, and Cancer Support Director Charlene Kehoe has been fighting to get Harris the treatment he needs.
I reached out to his doctor and said, exactly what is it that you're asking for Joseph Harris? And they were just asking for palliative radiation, which means just for pain, not for actually treating him. And I was just, devastated because Joseph was only 18 years old. I couldn't believe that they were not planning to treat him, that they were just going to treat him for pain and basically let him die.
Harris's tumor was too big for doctors to perform surgery. Last month, he began chemo to shrink the tumor. He returned to St. Croix with his mom yesterday after the first round of chemo treatments. They're leaving again Monday for a second round.
I called Joseph's mom, and she said that he had responded amazingly to the radiation. The tumor was shrinking. When I called Joseph's mom on Monday, she said, "Oh, Charlene, you won't believe it." She said he just got sick one time on the chemo, and the doctors cannot believe how well he's doing.
The community has rallied around Harris, and donations have been pouring in after pleas from Kehoe. She said Harris's mom quit her job to get Medicaid, but the VI's Medicaid has not been accepted stateside or with the Puerto Rico specialist. At last count, donations for Harris were almost $11,000, with more coming in daily. Charlotte Amalie High's class of 2015 was one of the first supporters, and Kehoe says the money is being used for travel expenses and whatever the surgery will cost.
The prayers are just coming in from everywhere, and that has made a huge difference.
Erica Parsons, News 2.
Now, Harris and his mother still need financial help for their ongoing travel and medical expenses. If you want to help, you can send donations in Harris's name to the Cancer Fund set up at the Community Foundation of the Virgin Islands. Keeping our eye on the economy, here's the New York Stock Exchange with our stock market watch. As we can see, everything down. The Dow down 119, NASDAQ 25, S&P 500 12. Coming up on News 2, famous comedians and actors, Michael Collier, Rodney Perry, and some international models stop by our studios to invite you to a Fantasy Island hair and fashion summit tour. Details coming up. Welcome back. A free book for every VI child? That's just suddenly became possible after this huge book donation by an international literacy organization, local Rotary clubs, and the VI Department of Education. On Thursday, pallets upon pallets of books from Better World Books were unloaded at the Curriculum Center on St. Thomas. News News April Knight has more.
Better World Books is changing the world through literacy, and the local Rotary clubs, led by Rotary of St. John, made sure the Virgin Islands was not left behind.
Our club decided to spearhead this initiative, but we wanted the involvement of all the clubs in the territory because 70,000 books is way too huge for one island, and we also wanted to spread it all to the territory.
In partnership with the Department of Education, District 7020 Rotary clubs managed to ship in and store these pallets packed with Better World children's books, some 80,000 of them.
We do receive donated books, but having this quantity of books one time it's a major delivery.
There's enough for every child in the territory. Each pallet has about 2,000 books. 6 of them already went to St. John, 17 pallets went to St. Thomas, and another 17 is earmarked for St. Croix. The books came in all sizes and shapes and cater to a range of ages.
Books are for everybody. You can travel all over the world with books. So I'm very, very excited about this. Very, very.
The task now is distribution. Rotary clubs and the education department are targeting every public space to engage as many children as they can to read.
Barbershops get involved and beauty salons get involved, where they're going to be receiving some of the books for their customers, both students and their parents. Some of the books are going to be placed in pediatric wards, in the hospitals across the territory, as well as pediatric doctors' offices.
It's a tremendous effort to promote the love of reading. Rotary of St. John hopes to accomplish the same thing as early as next year. For News 2, I'm April Knight.
And the Department of Education expresses its gratitude to Better World Books and to the local Rotary clubs, especially the Rotary Club of St. John, for heading up that literacy initiative. And just a reminder, WTJX Channel 12 is hosting a Card Kingdom Live Games Fun Day. The activity promotes the new PBS Kids game called Card Kingdom, a virtual world on pbskids.org, where kids can collect resources, customize their cards, and complete challenges. Card Kingdom is based on the theory of systems thinking, which helps students and children understand how systems are interconnected. The event began on St. Croix, however, on St. Thomas, it's on July 24th at Megan's Bay, and then St. John, July 31st at the Little League baseball field. All events start at 9 in the morning. Well, if you love The Lion King Jr., you'll have 2 opportunities to see it live this week. The students from the Star Summer Theater Camp will be performing the musical on Friday and Saturday. It's their end of camp performance, and 32 students will hit the stage at 8 p.m. both nights. The 1-hour musical will be held at the former Good Hope Schools Theater, and it's based on the Broadway production and the Disney film. Tickets are available from cast members, but they can be purchased at the door. Great production. Be sure to go out and support the students. Well, they're back. The official kickoff of Mastermind's Fashionista Fantasy Island Showcase, it starts tonight, July 23rd at Yacht Haven Grand. All guests who have a Mastermind's Fashionista ticket are invited. It's the meet and greet of the cast of Mastermind's Fashionista. And like we did earlier today, we met them, including some familiar celebrities.
We've been around for a while.
Boy, let me tell you.
We got 114 years of entertainment between the two.
At least.
He got most of them. And it's going to be off the chain tonight. We guarantee our humor. We getting it all in. So come and bring your mama and them and Pookie and Lil Run Run. Kill them off the couch.
No, not
Bring
Lil
them on
Run
down.
Run. You stay home, Run Run.
Yeah, he on parole anyway.
So that's what's happening on Friday night. And then Saturday, we got the big hair extravaganza. So we're going to have hair pieces, designers, actually presenting their latest collection in the hair fashion on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I always have a great time, specifically in St. Thomas, man. I love St. Thomas, my favorite island. And we just look to have a ball. I know the people, I know the culture, so we're looking to take the comedy to the next level this time.
Nice.
And then on Sunday, which is the final night, that's the International Fashion Show, Fashionista. And that's where these lovely ladies will be performing at the Fashionista event.
Yes, you will not want to miss this. There's a lot of different designers coming from all over the world. So you definitely don't want to miss this. We're all coming from California, and we're all a part of a fabulous group. But it's all about being strategic. It's strategic runway, but choreographed with a different rhythmic flair.
We're going to do the thing. We're going to keep it funny. We're going to keep it stylish. We're going to keep it fashionable. We're going to keep it fly.
Yes.
Now, for tickets, you could call 340-344-8426. There will be a shuttle service provided from Havenside to the Marriotts. But tonight, it's the VIP party at Yacht Haven, which began at 7:30. Then on Friday, it's the comedy show. Saturday, it's the backstage live hair show. And then 7:30 on Sunday, it's Fashionista, hosted by Tico. That begins at 5:30. International Capital Management Agency says you don't want to miss the expanded version of their Jazz in the Park music series scheduled to take place on Saturday, July 25th from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the Roosevelt Park on St. Thomas. Now, New York-based Trinidadian jazz great Etienne Charles will serve as the evening's headliner, followed by jazz vocalist Lori Williams and her ensemble, direct from Washington, D.C. The VI's Flip Switch Band and Jazz Soldiers Band, along with a host of other local talent, will all be in the house. This free event will also feature a health and wellness expo, a cultural corner, a VI art walk, and a multitude of local vendors. Big congrats to the Zumba finale winner, VI Port Authority's Zumba finale, which was held on Saturday, June 6th. The winner was Miss Roxanne Serrano. She's right there in the lime green shirt, an employee of the Superior Court of the Virgin Islands. She won a round-trip ticket to Tortola. And again, she's right there in the lime green shirt, surrounded by supporters. The free fitness Zumba challenge was held at the Ann Abramson facility in Frederiksted. Stick around, your News to Aki weather forecast is coming up next.